2 months ago, former Columbia University OB/GYN Robert Hadden was sentenced to 20 years in prison for sexually abusing dozens and dozens of patients. And now there's new reporting about what happened at Columbia during that time. We want to let you know up front, this is a disturbing story and a very difficult one to discuss, but we believe it is important for you to know about it. The story comes to us from ProPublica and New York Magazine, and it is headlined, How Columbia Ignored Women, Undermined Prosecutors, and Protected a Predator for More Than 20 Years. In an official statement, Columbia leaders offered their deepest apologies to all of Hadden's victims and their loved ones and said this, quote, "Since Hadden last saw patients more than a decade ago, Columbia has worked to enhance the policies and processes in place to afford our patients a safe environment of care, and we remain committed to strengthening the safeguards that are essential for earning patient trust." Joining me tonight is one of the extraordinary journalists on this story, Bianca Fortis, a reporting fellow with ProPublica. For people who have not yet read this story, and thank you for this reporting, can you explain what you learned?
Sure. So Robert Hadden was an OB/GYN at Columbia University, and he practiced for about 25 years. And we now know today that over the course of his career, he was actually sexually abusing his patients. And at this point, 245 survivors have come forward, but we actually expect that there will likely be many more. And we've also learned that throughout this, Columbia helped enable the abuse.
But why? Why this guy? And I want to be careful how I say this because I'm by no means defending the Catholic Church. But when I look at the cover-ups, the abuse that happens in the church, I can kind of see the hierarchy, the power, the secrecy. Why this one individual, this one awful doctor, why would they protect him?
It's a great question, and it's one that we tried to answer, and we really have not found a satisfactory answer. There was nothing particularly special about him. He was just a regular OB/GYN on staff, but what we think is that they most likely just didn't believe the women who were reporting him, because there were patient complaints dating back to 1992. And this doctor, I mean, he was actually very well liked. If you talk to his patients and medical staff, they really liked him, they trusted him. And so we think that he, you know, the administrators probably just believed him over his patients.
And this isn't just, this like institution, this place that he worked. Even for those in New York City, can you explain how powerful an institution Columbia is? If you ask the average person even here, said, the most powerful place, I'd say, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs. I wouldn't say Columbia, but it is powerful.
Right. It is a little bit less obvious, but it's actually the university. I mean, obviously it's an Ivy League institution. They have a $13 billion endowment. It's one of the largest private landholders in the entire city. It is extraordinary. It is extremely well connected.
And well-funded. They have paid out over $230 million to resolve lawsuits from hundreds of survivors, yet they accept no guilt. What else do we need to know about them? Because that's a lot of money to pay for something you had nothing to do with.
That's right. Yeah, it's interesting because actually this last week you talked about the statement that they issued, and that's really the closest that they've come to apologizing. Up until now, they've really they've only issued statements that have placed the blame solely on Hadden himself.
What needs to change to ensure something like this never ever happens again? When you think about a doctor of this nature, meeting with women while they're pregnant, trying to get pregnant. I mean, the most personal, the most intimate.
Yeah, I mean, we actually looked at a lot of other high-profile cases at universities, such as the Larry Nassar case. There have been numerous similar cases. And something that has happened in a lot of those cases is that they actually commission external reviews that look at some of the systemic failures that allow the abuse to have continued for so long. And as far as we know, that's something that Columbia has not done.
So Columbia has done no external review or an evaluation of how this happened. What stood out to me in your piece, that the DA actually launched an investigation into Columbia itself because they weren't playing ball or working with the Department of Justice. What can you tell us about that? I mean, that's amazing to me, right? If you've got someone doing something awful in your organization and you hold no blame, one would think you would say, please let us work with you. Let us root out this bad conduct.
Right, that's exactly right. So basically, the Manhattan DA's office had pursued a case against Haddon. He pleaded guilty. He lost his medical license, and he had to register as a sex offender, but he didn't actually serve any jail time at all. And so over time, many of the survivors who were unhappy, they felt that that was basically a slap on the wrist for abusing hundreds, perhaps thousands of women for many, many years. They started to speak out publicly. And so as they came forward, the DA's office actually opened this criminal investigation. And they found that most notably, Columbia had failed to turn over documentation of patient complaints that they had dating back to 1994.
Okay, how do they defend that? How on earth do they defend that?
They haven't answered our questions. So, I mean, we've sent them many questions and they haven't really answered them. So that's one that I'm not so sure about.
So they're not playing ball with you, and they're aggressively fighting lawsuits now.
They are, yes. In a lawsuit earlier this year, they said that Haddon's conduct was outside the scope of his employment, and so the university should not be held liable for his actions.
Outside the university.